Can't find anything. No broadcaster, because I are the broadcaster. Now we saw the draft already. Is this free camera? Yes, it is. Cool. So we saw the draft already, and there is a Slark, there is a Skywrath Mage. Qpanda's trying out new things, as of course everybody is preparing for the qualifiers, both mouz and Qpad. So this is probably one of the best practices they can have. As I think it was Sing that said in an interview. There's a lot of interviews lately. I try to keep up with every interview, but Sing that said in an interview that tournament games were still the best practice. Oh, that is probably also why I had the blue screen, because I had too many YouTubes open. And then tried to start XSplit, which doesn't really work out together, so tough. Hey! Actually, Mouseboard used their own name right now. How about that? I wasn't expecting that one. Slug. Yeah, I don't know what Slug's name. Anyways, let's see who's playing what. Wagamama on the Darkseer here. Minnie playing on the Nyx Assassin. Jarex on the Skywrath Mage. Sing playing the Slark. And it will be Select on the Lifestealer, which is interesting because they kind of swap roles. Because this is a Wagamama offlane, and this is Select being the hard carry. Now, part of the reason for that could be that Select is actually ill, I believe. So, might not be, you know, off solo hard lane is probably, you know, it's called the hard lane for a reason. So he's probably one of the more difficult lanes that you can ask for, and it is not really, you know, not really easy to do if you can't really focus because you're ill. Well, for last hitting you can tunnel vision a lot more than you can do when you are an offlaner. So that might be a reason for the change. Might also be just them trying new things out, as there will be a Slark solo mid. He'll be taking on Fada on the Juggernaut solo mid. Most sports have run solo mid Juggernauts before, I believe, or at least I have seen it before. I'm not entirely sure if it was on mouz, but it is there regardless, and we are going to be seeing it again. I'm here. Hi. I was turning chat off his casting still. Sorry, I didn't know that my chat was on. I stream. Spectator chat off. Easy button. Sorry, normally that's turned off by default for me, but I have been watching a lot of games in Dota TV lately, and I like to chat when I'm watching games. So, or normally I do anyway. So that's that, and yeah, Fada, Juggernaut, bottom lane, gonna be black on the lone druid with an invisible bear, because invisible bears are more powerful than visible bears. It will be past playing the Shadow Demon Qpanda on the Windrunner. And then, last but not least, oh my god, he just tweeted out. Did you see the picture? If you haven't seen the picture, check out Cinderin's Dota. It is Cinderlore playing here in the aggressive trial lane with the Windrunner, Shadow Demon, and the Keeper of Light. So a lot of burst damage. You have got the disruption to set up for either Power Shot, Illuminates, and just a lot of burst damage. Set up, of course, for good shackle as well, because you can shackle. You can just get into the right position for a shackle, obviously. You can shackle if you're a Windrunner, if you actually pick it up. It will be Qpanda taking the farm here, as Cinderin and Paz will just try to make things happen and try to make Select's life as difficult as possible, as Jarex is going to be, of course, there to just try to get some spam in. They're playing him as a support Skywrath Mage. Now, we haven't seen a lot of Skywrath Mages solo mid, as a Slark. What you doing? Getting a salve, will be fine. Actually, Fada also very low. But we have seen solo mid Skywrath Mage. I've actually seen him as a support, can't really remember where. Probably was one of the staff games that I saw yesterday, but not entirely sure actually. But is at least a hero that has a lot of high spammability potential with, of course, his Arcane Bolt. We'll also be seeing him using his Silence, of course, as a nice spike carapace for Minnie getting that on Qpanda, and the spam will just be continuing. I mean, the cost for that is, it's 70 mana, but look at the base mana that Skywrath Mage has got a lot, has got clarities, is ready to spam that out, as we continuously see Cinderin spamming his stuff out as well, trying to get as many last hits here as possible to just deny them to Qpad. In the meantime, if you're asking me where I would want to see, where I would expect to see First Blood, I would say top lane, but in the meantime also, I mean, this lane, look at these, both low HP. The diving potential of both of these heroes pretty darn big, so one of them is either gonna overextend successfully, and one of them is gonna overextend not successfully, probably. It's gonna be coming down to a man fight in the end. And at the moment Juggernaut looks to be winning that, considering he has a double damage rune, including full health and mana. That kind of helps out, and Sing Sing doesn't really have a bottle yet, at least not a full one. Bottle or couriers bring him that one, so we'll be having that one again. But yeah, he has to be careful. Same thing goes for the Juggernaut, though. I mean, it's a tough battle. It's a tough battle. We're gonna be seeing the top lane though, because that's where we're spending most of our time. Actually, let's take a quick look bottom, where Wagamama is doing exciting stuff in the jungle, killing off neutrals, which is of course very not exciting. And Black just having his bear tank up creep, trying to take as little damage from the creeps as possible, while still managing to get all the last hits and calculating every single last hit with help of the tower. And he should be able to get all, considering, and he's Black, considering, you know, one of the best farmers in Europe, and he has 2 last hits that I can use to get the last hit. So I'm with 2, I mean of course the bear and himself. But Wagamama will in theory not miss any last hit either, because he'll have the neutrals to tank the heroes up, the creeps up. Just has to make sure that the creeps don't get the last hits and that he gets all. Double damage activated. It is Sing that realized that, instantly jumps himself away into safety. Empties his bottle once again and sends the courier on its way once again, not wanting to wait for that 4-minute rune, purely because Juggernaut would probably beat him to the punch, or however you say that, and I will therefore not do that. Oh well. And in the meantime, on the top lane, Jarek's gonna get disrupted and instantly silenced from Shadow Demon. Impale as well. They're gonna be going on this pass. Trouble. Open wounds. Pass. More trouble. Might actually be going down, but Minnie is dead first. It is gonna be the first blood drawn by Qpanda. Now Select still on the run. Gonna have to get chased down by Synderen. Has still got a rage soon though, so we'll be okay unless the rage is there. Just in time, and the range actually didn't reach far enough. But 1-for-1 trade, not an even one though. It is gonna be the first blood going the way of Qpandas, and that is gonna be Select to pick that up. Is it actually true? No, I'm wrong. I'm entirely wrong. It is gonna be the first blood going the way of the Windrunner. It's Qpanda that picks up the first blood. Still the kills, both of the kills picked up by the carry hero that is there. I'm kinda like, okay, you know what? First blood's more money is better. It's all nice, but gold means more on a life healer than it does on a Windrunner. I mean, yes, Windrunner, definitely nice to have the gold up on her as well. Get that early mech up, be able to fight earlier on. But I mean, Jarek's is a hard carry in this case, or a carry at least, and the gold that he gets just makes a bit more difference. But if he sits in his base long enough, he won't get any gold. He only got 9 last hits, and he's missing experience right now that I think Jarek's is trying to pick up, as he is now level 4, with Select sitting still at level 3, so therefore getting a bit ahead. The rest of the tri lane, though, all level 3 on the side of mouse sports. Of course, that is the downside that you have if you are on the aggressive tri lane. You need to get your experience in only when you have got the when kills, need kills. Wow, English hard, I know. In the meantime, in the mid lane, we see Sing Sing sitting on 18 for 8. Still hasn't got a more exciting inventory than we saw previously. Oh, there we go, boots, boom, done. I already fixed it, James. No rush. Ooh, trouble. Disruption. Gonna be up on Jarek's. Rage is there. The shackle of ledge. He doesn't even need to rage. The thing is, you have a disruption to, you know, get in range. The banish duration is always the same, so you can't really set something up specifically. Or at least you can't really hope that higher levels will be able to make it easier for you to set up shackles. So, you know, the whole idea is to get in range for the shackles. Now he gets a shackle. Jarek's has still got the rage, as said though, so we'll be just fine. As we have got pass, getting slowed, getting silenced, getting nuked, getting impaled. In some trouble. Open moves there as well. It is Select actually that's gonna be on the run. It's gonna get harassed by Qpanda. Disruption helps keep Pass alive, and it is Select that goes down. Qpanda on the way out will be able to survive Mini. Is he gonna be as lucky about it? I think he's dead as well, and he is. It is gonna be 3, 4, 1. In the meantime, I think Black is cursing Ice Rock a bit because I don't think he got entangles with 6 hits. And that's gonna be a bit lucky for Wagamama there, as apparently he got pretty low from that. I mean, level 5 is the level where Black should be able to get a kill if he's lucky enough to get an entangle. So far, apparently not feeding enough clovers to his big brown bear. Oh my god, I always wanted to say that. No, I don't. I didn't. Sing Sing made a first rotation towards the top lane, or at least attempted to. Decided to stop his engagement and is going towards his own tower first, where Fada has got his Omni Slash. Not really the easiest target to tank though. Like with a poor man's shield there, if Fada Omni Slash, then an only like perfect scenario, only Omni Slashes. Hello, by the way, supports only Omni Slashes on Sing. he won't be able to get a kill because Sing would be just too tanky, and that's gonna be Fada realizing that he was gonna be ganked, if you can count a gank when people are walking straight at you. And Fada is gonna be extra safe. And of course he has got his Blade Fury to twirl himself away, and instantly does it as he gets pounced upon. Mini has not been spotted out though, so that's gonna be one upside for Qpandas, but they really need to do something fast before he does get spotted because his smoke is about to run out. In the meantime, Wagamama continuing to tower skip these creeps, has got 47 last hits. As I said, in theory, he should be the one to never miss any last hits because, I mean, he gets all the creeps, oh, hello. Oh, the surge gonna run out. It's gonna be okay. Fada gives more value to the invisibility room. And I think Waga can be very happy that he still has his life here, even though it's only 70 HP. And he's gonna miss last hits. And Black not missing last hits. Tower did go down, but Tower goes down on the top lane as well. And oh my god, as a observer, you can't draw on the minimap. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Sing gonna be seeing if he can find Pass. Every TP is already done, though. He is not gonna be able to find anybody. Pass actually TPing to behind his tower, just because otherwise he wouldn't be able to stay alive. That is gonna be the warding paying off. The one ward, not this one, but the other one ward. Paying off to see Sing actually rotating top. It is 3-1 on the kill score. Gold graph in favor of mouz. But Tower are even. And the experience graph, of course, I mean, that's going to be the kills that you see there, so difference is really not that big for this time of the game. 19 last hits, actually, for an first an aggressive trial up on select. Not bad. Not bad at all. We can, of course, compare that a bit to the Windrunner, who is on 44 for 10. So, you know, Windrunner still doing better, but not bad for him at all. He did die once, which is kind of unfortunate, and was, of course, forced back to base. Like, he didn't die that time when we saw him just running away on very low HP with the rage there. But he did have to walk back and forth, so missing a lot of golden experience. As Sing's probably was thinking about jumping up on Fada because, of course, the Blade Fury on cooldown, but decided it wasn't worth risking his own life for, because jumping near an enemy tier 1 tower might not be the best idea that he ever had. Especially not since the TPs can't come in, because the top lane kinda is over. Like, they decided, you know, we got the tower down, and Qpanda is gonna hang around, but the supports no longer stick around that closely, and Jarex and Mini are gonna be trying to taking it back right now.
From the slow.
As they are hiding here. We have a level 4 Nyx Assassin, by the way. When he gets level 6, might be able to do a bit more on the map in terms of movement in general for Qpandas. They need and the level 6 up on Mini. They need also the Skywrath Mage probably on level 6, because the combination that you can do, of course, with and the Slark and the Impale, you can just put people inside that Mystic Flare. Same thing goes for Vacuum inside Mystic Flare, even though the targets will only be there for a little while. If you can get a combination going, like imagine Mystic Flare, I mean, it's only there for a short while, but just imagine it, you know, do me a favor. Then there's gonna be a Vacuum in there, and Jarex can actually slow everybody, because it's AoE slow, at the same time making sure that everybody takes a lot of damage. Of course, it's gonna be split a bit, but still, Sing gonna be able to jump away from the Illuminate. Silence is up on Fada. No Omni Slash for him, as he probably would have been able to kill off the mage, but won't be able to come in range anymore. Gets slowed, but is gonna be just fine. We have 3 people in the mid lane, 3 people for both teams, so 6 people actually I can count. Thank you very much. And I think the siege has begun. mouz have got that healing ward, of course, as well. Level 2. We've got a lot of pushing power with Illuminate. Jump on Fada. Disruption there to save his life for now, though. Demonic Purge up on Sing. Cannot purge it off just now, and is gonna be in a lot of trouble. Pops his ulti. Will be able to stay alive through that one. As we're gonna see a Sentry replace. I think that's actually been scouted out by the tower. Yeah, that is a bit of awkward placement, but they do get the ward in the meantime. And of course, on the top lane, it was Mini that went down. It was Qpanda that got himself the kill. It's just 2 versus 1 scenario, and Qpanda getting away with his life and the kill, just burned away of all his mana, and actually a very solid job for him. Solo experience for that one, as we have a missed pounce up on Black. Gonna be looking for some entangles. Actually finds it this time. Lucky Black, but he can't really kill Slark, and he knows it too, so that's why he just stands by and watches Sing jump himself away. Push continues in the mid lane. We have got Jarex sitting on a smoke and only tries to just harass people out of the way. Select now gonna go for open wounds. Juggernaut has got his Omni Slash though, can try to jump away. Jumps himself into a creep for Jarex and will be able to jump himself back out on full HP. Then Fada never was in any real danger. We still have Qpanda though. They're gathering up. Like, they're spending a lot of time here with a lot of people, and if they don't get anything in return for this, that might not be the best place to be at, and it's gonna be tough for them. Because they lose a lot of golden experience, because in the meantime Qpanda is farming top, Black is farming in the jungle, Spike Carp is actually nice nice bounce off Synderen, but you know, there's not that much that Qpanda is getting in return for this one. Now Jarex has gone back to farming, but is farming in the jungle, which is obviously slower than farming on the lane. But there's still 3 people hanging around here. While the supports of mouz sports have already rotated, we already see Pass finding Wagamama can go for a soul catcher. Let's see if he can get himself some entangles, because he needs that 1 hit entangle. The surge will still be there. If the first hit doesn't hit, there we go. And the surge away. Demonic Birds OTP out should be enough, unless there's an entangle. Nope, no entangle. Nope, entangle. I think Wagamama might have bribed the bear. Sing Sing with the haste rune is going to be able to be just fine. And that is going to be the tower probably still going to go down. Mini can't really do that much here. He's just here to gain some levels. He needs that level 6, as said. Might be able to do a bit more on the map. As for now, Qpanda just have to bite their time and wait for that to happen. And wait for mouz to overextend somewhere, or to be by themselves. I mean, Slark is one of those heroes that can easily pick heroes off if they find them by themselves, but if there's a Fada around, it's going to be a lot tougher. Purely because of Blade Fury. Look at how much damage that does to Sing. That's really insane, and Fada is basically not showing any signs of struggle. 5 heroes mid for Qpanda. If they don't get anything done, that's a lot of gold wasted, and instantly we see the gold graph continuing up. Experience graph continuing up. Not because of kills or anything like that, purely because Qpanda is not as effective in their farm right now as mouz is, and I mean, all of that mouz has been able to achieve has all been 4 versus 4, I guess. Wagamama hasn't been really involved either. But Black can still play a very big role, because he's got a lot of farm there. If you look at net worth, he is highest up on there, as we have got Fada only slashing Mini to death. And that was, of course, the one time that there was actually nobody left besides Mini in that mid lane, purely because he needs that level. Doesn't still have his level 6. The reason he was left alone, the reason he went down in the end. Sing is not going to be able to get the DD rune. The bear will steal it away from him. Wagamama still pushing down on the bottom lane, has got his mechanism almost ready, and maybe with that they might be able to fight a bit more effectively. As he gets a disruption in the face, Pasto getting blocked by the creeps, and Wagamama should be able to TP himself out. Does have a TP scroll, unless there's entangles. Bear didn't scout him out in time, and that's going to be Wagamama out of there as the tower still goes down. That was, of course, Fada picking up the tower, and I know that I'm babbling on, and I can't really stop talking this way, because I don't know, it's just not that simple. By Qpanda, he is going to be going down.
A cold wind blows.
Infest helping out, Open Wounds helping out, Jarex not using his Mystic Flare but using everything else, and the same thing goes for Mini. He actually got almost level 6 from that, will get level 6 right now, and this might mean a change in pace. In the meantime, on the mid lane, the Demonic Purge up on Sing, trying to purge it up for himself. There's gonna be Fada getting vacuumed. Fada in a lot of trouble, will not have a Blade Fury just yet, and Wagamama chasing him down, should be able to get the skill if he had some more mana, but he doesn't have more mana, and he does not get the kill, runs himself off. But this is one of those points where we could see the game turning around in favor of Qpanda, purely because of the levels that they've reached, and just the core items that are up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You know, I don't have any delay, right? Nope, I don't. Just saying. I'm gonna be seeing Black. I mean, oh, come on, his Armless is ready. When is he gonna be joining fights? When is he gonna be roaming around? We saw Wagamama leaving the lane. He has his mechanism ready. Realized, you know what, it's time to you know, spread my wings and fly. But Black is not really flying, sitting in his nest, still happily being. How do you say? What's the English word for a little bird? I don't know the Dutch word. Kuiken. It's a weird word if you see it in English, I guess. Wagamama might be having a bit of harassment. Will be just fine though. Fada has not been really stopped. Look at the net worth of Fada. He is doing really well, and he has been up against a couple of heroes already. As in, there has been attempts on his life, as we see Select having an attempt on his life. No entangle. 1 hit. No entangle, 2nd hit. Entangle, 3rd hit. Rages there though. Select gets Demonic Purge, but it doesn't matter. TP's come in. Oh, nice. Flare pass. He's gonna be disrupting himself to try and keep himself out. Synderen calling more heroes to the party here. Sing is gonna be the one to go try and kill off Synderen though, and the mechanism will keep Synderen up. Sing. Gonna be probably going down. Jumps himself into 60 HP. Able to get himself away. Qpanda trying to do what he can. Can't do anything anymore though. It is gonna be a 1-for-1 trade so far. It is gonna be Skywrath Mage and passes. Whoa, wait a second, not yet over. Mini gonna be still running. Has got the Vendetta, used it, gets invisible, shackle. Still latches, power shot still hits, but luckily for him, he dodges the rest of that. That Illuminate could have killed him off, but didn't. And in the end, the trade is even in terms of heroes, but if mouz gets the tower out of this, that will be a good trade for mousesports. Fight's not over, Mini finds himself black, gets the Vendetta off. It is gonna be Synderen that still goes down to Darks here. Wagamama getting himself the kill, Select's getting himself a kill, mouz overstayed their welcome. They're dying left and right, Mechanism gonna keep them up a little while longer as finally still Mini dies. Fada still has that Omni Slash, might try to turn around, but I don't think that would be a wise choice. Slightly outnumbered with also Black on the sidelines, first time that he died. And I think that Qpanda definitely won this fight. We're gonna see a drop on the gold graph, even if it's not that big. We're gonna see a bigger drop on the experience graph though. Come on, update faster. I think this is not updated yet properly. Well, we'll see in a little while longer, but Qpanda definitely fighting back and making sure that mousesports knows that they're not that far ahead, and that's going to be changing the pace of the game a bit more probably. mouz is going to probably play maybe a bit more passive with their lone druid if even possible. Going to be continuing to farm considering, you know, he died, needs to catch up again. We still see the net worth difference fairly big, but if you can hold your own in a fight like that with a difference like that, the difference is not going to be meaning that much, if that makes sense. Anyways, gold graph drop wasn't that big, at least it stopped from going further up. Experience graph is a bit more clear, though in the end only about 1.5k difference, I'd say. Fight's not over though, or at least new fight happening. Sing Sing gonna be jumping himself away, gets a disruption. Illuminate misses because of that disruption though. Entangles are gonna be searched for, can't find him. Sing's ultimate, they don't care, they got the vision, they get the kill. And they get an entangle, of course, as well to help out with that. Otherwise, Sing Sing would have been out of range of that sentry ward, because, of course, that was the ward that kept him in there. At least this one, the second one that was placed. Nice pick up for mousesports. They did use a lot of heroes for that, and in the meantime, it's going to be Wagamama taking farm on the top lane. Mini's taking farm and experience in the mid lane. And Select was still taking some on the bottom lane. Well, he was at least until he found out he probably wouldn't be at the right place. Wow, he just locked himself in. Only having nice tactics. Top lane, trouble, Wagamama, trouble. The Omni Slash is still there and will be used to kill him off. Slightly overextending that tower. TP range in the meantime, bottom lane, more action going off. It's gonna be Sing Sing looking for Synderen, will be able to pick him off. Probably the pounce though, miss. Oh, awkward pounce. Open wounds up on Synderen. We have Lone Druid killing up Kyreth Mage already. It's a trade, support for support. Can they find more is the question. I don't think they can. I don't think they can. And they will be able to run away. Both of them are. Not taking anything in return. Still only the tier 1 towers on the top and bottom lanes gone. Of course, together with this one here. So towers, 1 tower in favor. Am I saying that properly? No, I'm not saying that properly. Deny on the tower on the bottom lane. So all of a sudden, all tier 1 towers gone by Qpanda. And they're now 2 towers behind. One of them denied, sure, but 2 towers behind. Still pretty big. The only upside they have is that they have, of course, Dire. And the Dire advantage is still definitely there. The Roshan, like the difference between Roshan is even now compared to the towers. So they don't lose that much, or as much as mouz would have lost, for example, if they would have lost a tier 1. So I guess that, you know, could have been worse if they were Radiant. If that makes sense. It makes sense. I can make sense. Illusions. Yeah, they realized that as well. So that will be tower being defended. 4 heroes of Qpanda sitting in the top half of the map. The only one that's not there is still Select, who's trying to take down the agents. You know, slow but steady is the way to do it. It's all fine, all in good time. Mechanism 4 staff up on Qpanda. Let's see if we can find some more exciting items in this game. Let's get the Yasha. We already saw that. So that's not really that interesting. Mini though in some trouble. It's got the spike characters, of course, won't really work against the Blade Fury Fada, and he just runs himself away into safety. Still had the Vendetta also, so would have been able to be fine regardless. Doesn't have that many spectacular items considering he's playing as support. BKB is going to be the item of choice for Sing Sing by the looks of it. Still pretty far away from that one though. As we see that, actually we already saw that one. We already saw that one. Lone Druid. Gem of True Sight. Basher also up on the bear. This is a rich bear. Gem of True Sight, or the bear is gonna get called towards the top lane. Looks like they want to try to take a fight, or at least a tier 2, if not a fight. Smoke up for Qpanda though, looking for a way and gonna be finding the bear first. Vendetta being used as well from the high ground. It is mousesports, from the low ground it is Qpanda. Oh, Entangle actually up on Wagamama starting it off. Skywrath Mage getting an Omni Slash. Fada taking him down. Totally disjoint fight here as Sing Sing tries to get something done. Nice vacuum. Dark Zero Wall might be giving them an edge. Sing Sing though gonna get killed off, shackled and bursted. Synderen will still be going down to the illusions. Quickfire gonna be getting an impale. You're gonna be getting a lot of damage from Jarex there, pounding on him, but the Windrun is still there. Fada now on the way out again. Buyback from Sing Sing. This is the cue to run Mousesports. Will they be able to do it in time? It is gonna be a nice shackle, but Jarex, or Select rather, not shackled, and will be able to pick up the kill. Nicely done. The rest they won't be able to chase down though. 3 heroes dead on the side of Mousesports. On the side of Qpanda, they did lose their supports, and most importantly, they did lose their Slark, and they had a buyback, which basically cleans out the gold that Sing Sing had. But they did in the end manage to win the fight and are going to be trying to take something in return of it as well. If they can get the tower, that would be worth it. If not, might not be the best decision ever for buying back, but we'll see how much they're going to get for. Wagamama is really a target that can. No entangles and entangles on selects. You know, yeah. It just happens. Blinding Light helping out. Bit of a slow, going up on Fada, trying to stop the chase. Sing Sing, trouble. The bear, of course, and the vision is there. Not going to be able to get away, goes down again. Now the buyback was definitely not worth it because he just died again. And this could be the opening that Mousesports were looking for to try and take down at least a tier 2 tower. Finally get an entangle up on Wagamama though. Can't pass that one by, so it's going to be able to try and kill that one up. But the surge is still there. Shackle doesn't latch from Koikfa. And that is gonna be actually Mini trying to run away on the other side. So they will just take the tower and we'll be happy with that as they now are gonna be going back up on that net worth list. Experience graph, same story, around 5,000. Higher than 5,000, never mind, 2,000 extra on top of the 5,000. So I know, that makes 7,000 calculations in my head, yay. So good things happening here for Mousesports as Qpanda seem to be losing their grip on the game. If you look at the heroes and what kind of thing you would expect to see from them, it is like mid-game aggression because they've got the Slark. Slark is great early game. If he snowballs, if he has a good start, he is going to be getting out of control and he'll be able to kill off everybody. And he had a pretty tough mid lane up against Fada and had some help at some point, which didn't really work out, and losing some experience in the midst of all of this. I mean, if we look at the levels, we see indeed that level Slark is level 11, while actually Fada is sitting on level 15. So a big difference there in levels, and that's hurting them right now quite a bit actually. Skywrath Mage, a hero as support that can't really do that much if his team doesn't get the orchestrated fights that they want, because he is really a hero that, you know, if you're playing him as support, he's going to be picked up for his spells, and that means that you kind of need that fight that you determine when, where, how, and who, and what. And they haven't really been able to get that. They've just been forced to fight. Nice fight, Carapace. Tower though, gonna be going down. Dark Zero going down. Vacuum, only gonna catch the bear. Gonna get the lone druid, but you don't get the normal bear, so you know you only get the lone druid that doesn't really have the items. And Qpanda backing off. Mousesports though thinking about still going in. They can still go in. They have still all the ultis up apart from the Keeper of the Light ulti. And they back off actually. I've got the wards though, could have seen the vision, but saw Qpanda backing off towards their tier 3, so that's that. But they do now walk past that ward, and Mousesports knows exactly what Qpanda is thinking. The question is, are they going to try to bait them into doing something? Disruption is there, sentry wards all around, Slow is going to be hitting on Pass, Mini is going to be in some trouble, Demonic Purge upon Select, but he still reaches Pass, and Pass is going to be going down. Select getting the kill. Fada already has his, or doesn't have his Omni Slash. Now he does, uses his stick charge, is gonna be jumping around on Select. That's not a target that you want to be jumping around on though. He is way too check. He uses stick charge as well. Nice entangle. Select gonna be raging himself and armor toggling himself out of that fight. Surge away from Wagamama as the entangle hits of course him as well. And he should be still safe unless he gets a bash, which he does. And he is actually 4 staff. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine in the end. No kills extra, apart from Mini, of course, that we saw already. But they traded Mini for Pass, so it's a fairly even trade. But Mousesports still gonna be on the edge here and gonna be trying to continue to go inside the base. They already recalled Pass back into the fight, so he won't be able to miss anything. Won't have to miss anything as the bear allows for a push that doesn't really put anybody at danger, and the tier 3 tower goes down like it is ice in front of the sun. I wanted to say another metaphor, but that was a Dutch one. It would have sounded odd. Odd sounding metaphors are not really good. Oh well, Qpanda, back end of things, 12,000 gold in favor of mouz sports, and yeah, around, I would guess, around 8,000 experience in their favor. It is a tough place to be right now, especially since now there's a lot of weight on this guy right here. He is the late game carry that Qpanda have, and the only thing that can really keep them inside this game. And now he only died once so far, granted, but he doesn't really look at the net worth. I mean, there's 3 people of mouz sports higher on net worth than he is. Tower still goes down, but gets denied. Any gold is gold, I guess. Mini in some trouble, gonna be bursted down, and Tangle still hit on him. Wagamama gonna be trying to get himself out. Is gonna be probably fast enough though, unless there's gonna be another entangle. So we're gonna be following this chase down. Shaco will actually latch, and Wagamama will go down. It's the only extra kill that they get though. The rest of Qpanda already on the way out, and continuing back to trying to survive. Of course, Select gonna try to continue to farm. He needs his farm. He so needs his farm. Without farm, he's nothing. And yeah, that's that. Let's see if they can get a Rex out of that one. Should be able to, kinda. No Wagamama means the big team fight potential of Qpanda kinda missing. And that's gonna be Barrett's going down. Disruption, mini trouble. Trying to stay alive, but bashes is gonna be just too much. A spiked carapace against Fala, of course, really doesn't do that much because of the Blade Fury. Rex are down. And mouz sports, are they gonna back off or are they gonna rotate is the question. Looks like they're actually gonna be giving Qpanda a bit of extra time, something that they will be grateful for, because right now they can't stand a chance for defending this one. And mouz sports might actually just be trying to maybe go for Roshan, as he is still up, the big guy right there. But yeah, black, 4k gold. Where is his bear? There is his bear. Let's see what he's gonna be buying. He's gonna be going for an Assault Cuirass. Will be having it about-ish ready, I believe. Let's see if he's actually gonna be buying that or if he wants to buy something else. Assault Cuirass, ready. As expected. We have Winter almost getting a sheepstick ready. I think right now, like, this is mouz sports game to lose. Now we know that the former mouz sports was kind of skilled in throwing games, but it's really hard to throw right now, considering, like, normally you'd have some kind of big team fight potential on one side, like for example Magnus or something like that. We have something like a hard carry that late game will shine brighter than the carries on the side of mouz sports, but that's also not the case because there's and the Juggernaut and the Lone Druid, compared to just having a Lifestealer on Qpanda side and a Slark that is not as farmed as he probably would have wanted to be. So this is gonna be a game that is gonna be most likely going away with mouz sports, but it is a best out of 3. It is gonna be a solo. It is a single elimination best out of 3 bracket. So we are gonna be seeing another game between these 2 teams. If Qpanda is not able to return this, we're gonna see it. Even if Qpanda is able to win this, still we're gonna see another game, because I think this is only the first game of this best out of 3 that only started about 15 minutes ago. And yes, I realize it's only 30-minute game time, but that's because there was a remake and stuff like that. So Wagamama, Omni Slash, Shackled, gonna be going down, as well as Mini Select, not gonna be able to do anything anymore, goes down as well, and that is gonna be the GG called. And to no surprise, of course, this is BigPoint Battle. If you want to watch this game inside the game client like I'm doing right now, you can look for the teams in the social tab, and you can then find the players and right click on the players and then select watch game, and you'll be able to be right where I am right now. As you can also watch this game on SheeverGaming. That's an upcoming caster, by the way. Show him some love. He is casting on twitch.tv/SheeverGaming. And sure, James, if you want to, like, I can get a password, but I'm kind of streaming without delay, so if you also want to watch just in the game client, you can join me if you want. I'm sure you'll have some very knowledgeable stuff to say. Because they're casting with no delay right now. There you have it. I can see the chat. Anyways, let's jump ourselves out of the game. Have got new game coming up.